Hey guys, Matt here, coming at you with a new video. It is a Lego ladder truck for my fire department. Now, quick disclaimer before I actually get on with the video. This isn't 100% custom. The most custom element of it is the cab. The rear of the truck, this component here, is a visual replica from one of my favorite builders, Physicist. I've linked his ladder truck in the description below so you can see what he did. But without further ado, let's get rid of our little firefighter and take a look at this creation. As you can tell, it goes with the white and red color scheme that my fire department is using, along with the sort of dark gray lower elements on the vehicle. Now if we take a look at the cab of the truck, I wanted to go with something a little bit different. So what I ended up doing for this one is I shielded the lights over. As you can see, the actual cab and sort of the lower components are separated by this gap here. But I wanted a sort of a different style headlight. Lego headlights are usually the one stud round pieces or 1x1 tiles or plates or whatnot. I wanted to go with something a little bit different, so by using these shielded elements here, I don't actually know the technical term for them. They're minifigure backpacks. They shrink the size of the headlights down just a bit, and it makes it look more armored, in my opinion, and much more like meaty and whatnot. In terms of the rest of the cab, it's pretty straightforward. You got some steps that lead up to the actual sort of minifigure occupancy component of the cab, along with the little door element. This vehicle in the real world would seat 2 people, but because minifigures are fat and not very scale, it only seats 1 minifigure. You've also got these side view mirrors here. I use the 1 stud wide tires that I'm frequently using. These are just the typical sort of 1 stud wide Technic wheels on one of the pins that's like a full pin on one side and a half pin on the other, surrounded by a sort of thin tire and then a motorcycle tire. There's actually a how-to video on how to build that in the description below. In terms of actual lights, it's just 2 very simple blue lights. If you can see that on this side, just 1 stud on the top. Want to keep it simple, one something that the ladder could fit into, and this, gave the most sort of flexibility with that. As we work our way to the back of the vehicle, of course you get all these stabilizers, which all deploy on both sides, so that once the ladder on the top of the truck extends, the truck is stable and doesn't tip over at all. And these just fold up into the sides. If I can get it on this side. You also get compartments here for storing materials, so this one doesn't have anything. And this one just happens to have a wrench. I believe on the other side it has a life preserver and a fire extinguisher. In terms of stickering, all of the stickers that I use in this vehicle are authentic Lego stickers. So for instance, this one I use the 60004 set. I actually can't remember what set that is. I haven't bought a fire set in a long time. As well as a black one here. You also get some stairs that lead up onto the rear of the truck, the bed of the truck, and some lights to light the scene. And then, if we turn and take a look at the back, the rear of the truck is pretty straightforward. You got some typical tail light, brake lights on the bottom here, as well as some of the flashing sort of hazard emergency lights. If you can see throughout the design, I've also got some blue ones that make their way along the back. And then I use some of these chevron elements, just in case a car is following behind the truck, it knows stay back and keep clear. If we take a look at the actual boom, it's got a ladder up here on the back in case someone needs to hop up onto it. And then if we flip the truck one more time, we get to the other side. And you've got the operator seat for the actual boom of the truck, as well as the typical ladders, lights, stabilizers. We take a look at these compartments. Again, fire extinguisher and a, if I can get this open, life preserver. Now, my favorite part of this truck is the fact that it actually functions. Now, if you can see the hose is wrapped up here, that's actually in the bucket on the end of the truck. So what I'll do is I'll get this in position and zoom out. There we go. Now, it's a little bit tricky, but this flips out. If I can get it, it's kind of stuck on itself. There we go. So, flips out. The bucket swivels all the way around, and then the arm extends just like that. So if you can see that, in fact, it might be too big to fit in frame. So what you can do is you can have a minifigure get in from the ground, and they fit right in the bucket there, and they can use the hose. But, you know, they can also climb up that ladder on the back. And then this whole component here extends upwards all the way, and then that, boom, whoops. Well, that hasn't happened before. My ladder just snapped off. That extends all the way up, and then I've got these Technic bricks here to sort of make sure that they stick. The overall weight actually causes it to sag. You can see it sinking down back into frame, but there is a second extending component in this boom here, in the arm, that allows it to extend a couple stories up. So this can fight fires, you know, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 stories up in a typical minifigure scale building. And that is my favorite, absolute favorite component of this. Let me zoom out a bit more if you can see. You gotta get the edge of frame. But as you can tell, lifts all the way up and then all the way down. And that's how that works. If we zoom back in, quite simple. Minifigure gets out. This flips around. Can also rotate like that. The arm retracts. And this will go back into its position. Sinks down, slides in, and then push that in, boom. Good as new. And just like that. And it'll rest on the actual truck. Perfect. And that is my ladder truck. And this goes alongside my other fire truck. I'll move this over a little bit. Grab this guy. So now, there are 2 fire vehicles in my department. I've got this sort of pumper truck here, and then a ladder truck. And hopefully that is enough to put in a custom fire department that I'm working on. Maybe we'll add an ambulance to that, we'll see. But that is what I have. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, favorite, and of course subscribe. And as always, I'll see you again soon. Take care.